All right, let's continue with part C. We have r squared equals 1 over theta. Two quick observations here. One is that theta is not allowed to be 0, for sure, because you're dividing by 0. And second, the left-hand side of the equation is always positive, so you can't really insert or plug in a negative theta value, right? Because you have r squared equals 1 over theta. No matter what r is, this term is going to be positive. So then whatever you input here better be positive, okay? Because if I, let's say, plug in theta equals negative pi, the right-hand side becomes negative, but the left-hand side is positive, so that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so what we can do here is that by these two observations, I have only one interval to consider here. That is 0 and infinity for theta. And you can go ahead and plot, plot what? Because this is written in terms of r squared. So we should probably take the square root of both sides, and you have plus minus 1 over radical theta. Okay, so you in fact have two different graphs. One is plus 1 over radical theta, the other one is minus 1 over radical theta. Okay, so please plot these two at the same time in your TI-84 after you put everything in the polar form. Okay, and then you should be able to get, you can pause the video at this moment, but you should be able to get this kind of graph. Okay. One is the one spiraling out in this direction, okay, starting from 0, and then the other one is like spiraling out in this direction, okay. And there's a reason for that, because when theta gets larger, obviously, so 1 over theta is going to get closer to 0, so you're going to spiral in closer to 0 because r is going to be closer to 0, right? And when theta gets closer to 0, so that means you're dividing by 0, as you see, r is going to be very, very large. R is going to be very, very large, right? So that means, like, if you're talking about the rays very close to 0, right? Very close to 0, something like this, right? That means you're going to walk infinite many units over there. So this curve keeps going, and then same as this one, right? This curve keeps going in a way that, you know, you're walking like infinitely many units on rays for which for those getting closer to 0 ray. Okay, all right. I think that's pretty much what it is. And I mean, please graph the blue curve by yourself by hand, just for some sample theta values, and try to see like how this graph is formed from scratch. You're going to rely on to our calculators later on, but you should be able to see, or you should be able to graph this at least to some extent by hand, and get this spiraling in and out business on your way. Okay? All right. I think that takes care of part C. This is a good short video. If you have any questions or comments, please send those to my way, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.